Hello and welcome back to Election Time News, United States. Today is the morning of April 1st, 2025. There's a few special elections today in Florida. There are two House elections that are up, the 1st and the 8th districts. And then we have the most competitive race today is going to be the 2025 Wisconsin Supreme Court election. As of my last video, I have this lean Crawford, which is between 60 and 75%. And so, recent polls, only one new poll has come out from Trafalgar Group and Insider Advantage. 1,083 likely voters. This is the highest sample size out of any polls this cycle that are on the Wikipedia page here, at least. Margin of error just under 3%. And Crawford is only ahead by 2, which means that this could potentially end up being very tight, or, of course, it could end up being a 5.9 point victory for Crawford, or potentially more than that, because this is, of course, a poll, so it's going to be a snapshot on March 30th at the latest. So, coming back up here, we're looking at, this is going to determine the balance of power in the Wisconsin Supreme Court for at least the next year. There's another election, 2026, but the incumbent, Ann Walsh Bradley, is a liberal-aligned judge, and so Susan Crawford, if she wins, she's a liberal-aligned judge that will allow the 4-3 liberal majority to continue. But if Brad Schimmel wins, then there will be a conservative 4-3 majority. So looking now at my very rough predictive county map here, you can see there's a bit of a southwestern coalition in the Driftless area that actually does normally not show out much on the presidential level anymore, but it does actually show up, as you can see, in the 2023 election. The county map there was quite a bit of support in this region, as well as over Brown and Outagamie, as well as Winnebago. Then you down here, and as well as over here in some of these more suburban regions as well. But I don't expect there's going to be as much support, as this is most likely coming out to be a much closer race than 2024 or 2023 was. That was, I believe, a 7-point win. But I do, in fact, have this going for Crawford, probably somewhere between 2 to 3 points, maybe up to 5. And so that is actually going to be within 85 to 90% chance that it will go to Crawford there. So that is going to be a liberal majority retained in Wisconsin. If you live in Wisconsin, go out and vote. Also, if you live in Florida, in either of those two districts. But of course, we will have to see the results start coming in. Early vote, we've seen strong results from Brown County, Outagamie, Winnebago, Dane, Milwaukee, Waukesha, Ozaukee, Kenosha, Racine. Very high increased turnouts there. So we're going to have to wait on for 9 p.m. Eastern Time tonight for the first results to start coming in, and then they're going to start pouring in, and we should potentially have a winner as soon as very, very early tomorrow, as in like 2 to 3 a.m. And so there's quite a few people that are going to be live streaming. I'm not going to be one of them. And so we'll check that out, of course. Now, next up for my schedule after this is actually going to be moving on now, pivoting from the Canadian and American elections. I'm going to be pivoting to Canadian and Australian elections. I'm going to be moving on towards the Australian federal elections that are coming up, the Labour Party versus the Coalition, and I'm going to be diving into that head first. So, Election Time News Australia is going to be making its debut most likely tomorrow, potentially 2 days from now, depending on whether I want to do another Canadian video first or not. I feel confident making predictions about Australian elections yet. So, thank you all so much for watching Election Time News. Always remember, there's never a dull moment in politics. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure to go vote.